Welcome to another episode of Keep It Going. I'm your host, Falaji. Today, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We got an artist showcase for you guys. So we brought my man Connell Thompson from New York all the way down to Philly. We also got my girl Taurie Music in the building. So we're gonna do an artist showcase. Let's go inside, let's talk to the team, and we got something special for you guys. Let's keep it going. Yes, another episode of Keep It Going. Today, it's about the artist, guys. It's about the artist. We know your grind, we feel your grind. We're gonna try and spotlight your grind. What do you guys feel about music? You know, how you guys feel about that?
It's culture. That's your soul.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm a musician myself. I'm a former singer, had a band, so
yeah.
I'm all about the musicians, always trying to keep them going and uplifting them. So this is dope. Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that, Renee. You want to drop a note for us?
No.
I thought she was coming.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's cool.
It's coming later.
Yeah, so we got Mr. Connell Thompson on the sax. If you guys haven't seen Connell yet, you're in for a treat.
Definitely.
And more than that, we're gonna talk to him and find out who he is, you know, and get his story. We also got Taurie in the building. We're gonna talk to her a little bit more, find out how she keeps it going. The one thing I will say though is we had to bring him down from New York and Jersey.
What?
Yeah.
New York is in the house?
New York is in the building right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but we're in Philly though.
Right. Hint. The tri-state is fine. The tri-state is fine. They close.
Hint, Philly. Holla at us. Keep it going. So anyhow, we'll do this artist showcase. We want to hear from you guys. Please reach out to us so we can spotlight your music. That being said, let's get into it.
Let's keep it going.
Let's
Keep
keep
it
it
going.
KIG.
Welcome back, everyone, to Keep It Going. We told you guys this was the artist showcase, and today I got Mr. Connell Thompson with me. Connell, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, man.
Oh man, we're excited to have you. Thank you for making the trek down from New York. You know?
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's great.
So good to be here and be able to try out Suya. So, you know.
That's always a plus. That's always a plus. So, my first question, let's just get into this, man. How did you learn to kill the sax like that, bro?
Well, you know, I started off in grade school, started on clarinet. That wasn't cool, you know, so I switched to saxophone. And then I just like kind of kept going, right? It was time for college and I knew I wanted to keep doing music. So I went to NYU, I studied jazz and had some great teachers, Lenny Pickett from the SNL band, Dave Pietro, Ralph Lama, these jazz guys.
Wow.
And then once I graduated from college, then I kind of started going other directions in world music. I was very briefly in an Afrobeats band, and then I kind of started going to like Bulgarian and Turkish Balkan music. And then I ended up coming back around doing R&B and pop, and then now Afrobeats, which has been just such a joy and opened so many amazing opportunities. So,
how did you get into Afrobeats? Like, what is drawing you into this Afrobeats realm?
well, it was kind of unexpected when I first did it. I was playing in the subways. I was doing a lot of R&B and pop stuff, Rihanna, SZA, and this Cameroonian man marrying a Nigerian woman hired me for his wedding down in Maryland. And he sent me a list of 10 songs, DeVito, Runtown, P-Square, and I started learning a couple of those songs, loved them, and then a few months later when I posted up a version of Runtown's Mad Over You, then all of a sudden like the Nigerian community started coming out and Runtown commented on it, and I was like, oh wow, like this is incredible. And I started getting some bookings, and next thing I know, 6 months, like 6 months after hearing my first song, I'm in Lagos playing with Runtown, and so there's just been a crazy wild ride, and I love the dance culture, which is really like that's what like really drew me in, seeing Afrobeats dancers like Sarah Chips, Izzy Adiji, Mr. Showtime, these these guys. So
That's cool, man. So you've been to Lagos.
yeah, it was.
How was it?
Oh, it was wild. It was fun. I remember the first time like coming off and getting out of the airport,
And that heat
and
hits
like
you, right?
yeah, the heat hits me, and I'm in some car. I've been picked up by somebody I've never met before in my life, but he's just like, oh, you're with Runtown, right? We're going, and we're driving down the highway, and there's cars coming in the opposite direction, and yeah, it was beautiful. It was a great time.
I
Yeah.
like how you describe that. No, that's cool. I mean, you're playing with some pretty big artists, Connell. I mean, some really superstars. You're becoming one yourself, obviously, but I mean, did you envision that? Like, how does it feel?
It feels like crazy, and it's amazing. It's every time I get to play with one, I'm just so grateful to be able to like share the stage with someone like Penny or Demola, violinist I just linked up with. So yeah, I would just say it's wonderful. I didn't expect to be doing it, and I'm just grateful for it. Yeah.
No, that's cool. Appreciate you. So I know it's not all glitz and glamour. You're an expert at your craft. Tell us about some of the challenges that you go through as an artist that you had to, keep it going.
Yeah. There's always making money was a hard one for a long time. I had to do other jobs, busboy, I was trash at that. Barista, also bad at that. And so I always kept music going. I would play in the streets, and sometimes it can be, you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm not feeling tired today, but you got to go out and you hustle, and that's where connections happen. Either going to jam sessions, playing outside in the streets for me of New York was helpful. So those were the challenges, and many times felt like time to throw in the towel, time to get a straight job, and it seems like right at those moments, that's when something would happen, and a video would go viral, or then I would take off, and then
That's cool.
get some more bookings. Yeah.
That's cool. Come on, I know you got some subway stories, man. You said you played in the subway.
Oh yeah, man. It's just like, man, I remember one time I was playing, and I had a whole bunch of cash, and I'm feeling good about it. It's Saturday night. I've been sweating down there for 2 hours of playing, and I'm out performing, to somebody dancing around, and somebody's like, oh man, you're cash. And somebody had just went in, grabbed a bunch of it, and run onto the subway with it. But so that was that was a negative story. The good stories are I've also met one of my dear friends, because I was just playing randomly. She was visiting, and her mother was from Florida. They were kind of reconnecting, and I played to them, and I didn't know. I was just kind of doing my thing, but it was this magical moment for them. I brought them together, and then we ended up reconnecting later. And so those are the kind of magic things that can happen. Yeah.
So I know I called you earlier this week, and we're trying to finalize what day and everything, and you said that you had practice, right? You were heading to practice. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got a number of groups that I work with. One is called Shout House. It's an amazing group. It does classical music, jazz, hip hop, all fused together. So that was one that I was doing, and today I also rehearsed with a group that we're working, a small brass band doing Balkan stuff that also we're trying to do Hushnu Cylindrology, which if anybody knows, you gotta look that guy up, he's amazing. And then going into Pop Smoke. So we're gonna try and fuse these two genres and
Awesome.
play that. So
That's awesome. So, all right, what would you say to young musicians out there that are trying to keep it going, struggling? They're out there playing on the subway. Maybe they make $10. I don't know. What would you say to them?
I would say keep your head up, keep grinding, always make time to have fun with your instrument. That's one that's easy to forget when you're trying to learn certain material for work, but to work on something that you like personally. And saxophone players, do your long tones. Do your long tones every day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I guess what's your vision for the future? What do you want to do? How do you want to impact the world, which you're clearly on your way to doing?
Well, musically, my goal has been for a while is to develop I do a lot of covers, so develop some original music, but also develop a band that's a live band with live horns doing instrumental versions and have some choreography with it, kind of like almost a Bruno Mars-ish type of show, but instrumental Afrobeats covers, and then also branching into R&B and pop. And then I would love to get more involved. I would love to go travel in Nigeria. There's a couple of organizations that I've done fundraisers for, and I'd love to visit and hopefully pitch in and help out, either performing or also just getting in and doing the work there. So I would like to do that and then just keep growing and see where the road takes me.
Well, you're officially playing the saxophone cool. It's probably been cool already, but you're putting a new spin on it. And again, you guys heard it, man. To all you aspiring artists and musicians, you just got to keep it going. Things will happen, doors will open. Connell, thank you so much for joining us today. Looking forward to seeing what you have to offer in the future.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Keep it going. Welcome back to Keep It Going. Again, this is the Artist Showcase, and I'm so excited to have Miss Taurie on, joining us on Keep It Going. Welcome, Taurie.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's been a nice, long, positive day, so I'm excited. For sure.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking the trek down from Jersey to Philly. So we want to get into it, man. Let's just jump in. Tell us about Taurie. I mean, people are kind of buzzing right now. Taurie's buzzing, but we want to know more. Tell us, who is Taurie? Where'd you grow up? Just tell us.
That's
Let's get
like
into
a big question, but I'll start with you. I'll start with the last one. I was born in Staten Island, and I left when I was about 4. And between the ages of 4 and 16, I grew up between London and New Jersey. Back and forth. I have family there, that are from Nigeria, my whole family. But I'm a born New York girl. I've been around different cultures. I sing, I dance, I compose, I do all types of stuff. So Taurie is just an all-around artist, and she's ready to show the world.
Awesome. And you were actually kind of explaining your name just a few minutes ago for us. So could you explain to the people how you got your name?
Taurie, the name Taurie was like kind of a 3-step thing. Originally, it was supposed to be Tauriel because my real name is Alexandria, but my siblings growing up couldn't say that name, so they would say Ali, or kind of cut it short. And I'm a Taurus, I'm a bull girl, so I tried to combine them. It was Tauriel at first, and then Tauriel sounds a little too girly for me, so I cut it short. And Taurie, that's where that came from. So Zodiac, a Zodiac themed name, you can say.
It's creative. That's very creative. It's different.
A little, put some stuff in there.
So, tell us a little bit about, how you got into singing. What was it that got you started into singing, and, why is it your passion?
I've always been a singer. I've always been a lover of music. I grew up around music. My mom, we would, on the way to school every morning, and we would just reminiscing about it in the car. Actually, it's kind of cool. But every morning I grew up listening to Sade. I grew up listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Cranberries. I've always been around music, so I guess it's always been running through me. But it's kind of funny because I actually started in a pre-med. I was going to be a neurosurgeon.
Oh, wow.
That's very different
Yeah,
from singing.
it was a huge flip, but that was my original path, and my passion overtook that. I guess the professional side of me, you can say. But yeah, music has always been there. It's always been, coming through my bones and stuff. So.
And that's a good point, Tori. So how do you know when to make that transition, right? I'm sure it was something that was building up inside of you, like, I like medicine, but it's not my passion. Was there a day that it just happened?
I was pure anxiety. I was, I come from a Nigerian household. So you have to be a doctor or a lawyer or something.
Something like that later.
And hence, well, that was a bit of the reason why I started pursuing the medical, but I also liked it too. But that switch was very terrifying for me. It was anxiety. It was a big change that I had to introduce properly, or else it would be taken the wrong way, But I finally got courage one day. I had my friend send my mom my first song that I recorded, and I was like, tell me what she says, tell me if she likes it, And she loved it, and she's my manager. Shout out to the Momagers.
Have a mama
Gang. Yeah, she gave me the support that I was not expecting, and here we are, blazing through.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
And I think that's really important for people to think about too, especially in the industry. It's just having that extra bit of support can make the difference.
Support's so important, man. Because no one can do it alone.
Right.
Nobody. The most powerful man in the world did not get up there by himself. So.
And I think that
And
kinda,
woman. And woman.
And I think that kind of just goes into another question that I have for you is just like being in the industry. When you have those moments where it's just kind of like, I'm so
draining,
over it,
yeah.
I'm done with it, how do you keep it going for yourself in the industry right now?
Nothing's easy, especially if you love it. It's probably gonna kick your butt a little harder for you to pursue it and maintain it, but it's my passion. I love it. I love to create music. I love to make people feel something from my music. I love to serenade, so it's a passion. Of course, it does get frustrating. So sometimes I'm punching the air like, what do I do now? But I have support, Again, my mom is my manager. I'm very family oriented, so everybody supports me. So when I have those days that are a little tough, I express it and I write a song, I'll play the piano for a little bit and then I'm all right. So if it's passion, I think it's not. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult.
Right, you kind of pour that passion into your work, and that just makes it that much better.
So Tori, is it just passion though, or is there something else, some other attributes, characteristics that you have personally that have allowed you to get to the successful place you are today?
Oh, there's many steps, processes to me, in my opinion. It definitely starts with passion because passion gives you drive. Emotional drive, especially as an artist, but it's definitely passion. You have to have a plan, because whether you want to be lazy and not make money from your craft or not, you still need a plan. Like there still needs to be execution, and then of course the support is very important, and I feel like support and mingling, support, and networking, I think they go hand in hand. That is very important, I think. And once again, nobody makes it by themselves. Like you might be searching for a certain sound or a certain guitarist or something, and you might just walk by and you never know it. But once you start talking and you network, and you might find out, somebody else is also an artist like you. And so yeah, it's passion, planning, and support. I think those are the top three in my opinion.
Supporters came up a couple times today, and again, shout out to your mom, because being Nigerian, it's not an easy task to get our parents
especially
to
in
go outside of the
entertainment.
big three, right? So you're not an engineer, so that's cool. You're so down to earth, Tori. I appreciate that. So what's your vision? What's the vision for the future? What can we expect from Tori?
I'm trying, well, not trying. I am showing myself to the world. Taurie is not just a singer. Taurie is an artist. You know, Taurie is an all-around artist. What does that mean? I sing, I dance, I compose, I make beats, I write. I love poetry. I like short stories. I like to draw. I want to show myself to the world. I feel like I can offer that peace and serenity that I feel music is kind of lacking as of today. Do not get me wrong, I love nearly every artist, but I feel like we have lost the Sunday afternoon, or you got off of work and you're just exhausted.
And you named like a very eclectic mix of artists when you were talking about who you listen to.
I listen to
who
everybody.
Your influences.
I love music. Yeah. I love all genres. I love all types of art. But yeah.
So would you compare your music to any one artist similar, or
like compare?
Yeah.
Compare how? Like
your sound? Like, would you compare your sound to any?
I can't say that, but I'm influenced by a lot of artists. So I think that kind of helps me in my writing process and stuff, because I listen to every genre.
And I think that's really a good point when you were saying about, listening to all the different types of music. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you did name a lot of, a very eclectic mix of artists earlier. Yeah. So who would you say are the 3 artists that inspire you the most?
And I love to say that these 3 artists are definitely the people that have influenced me from a child to now. Absolutely Sade. I feel like you're not human if you don't appreciate Sade. I love Sade. The Cranberries. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't remember the lead singer's name, but I loved them, and still today. And Lenny Kravitz.
Oh wow.
I definitely appreciate Lenny Kravitz. I think he's awesome. I think he's an amazing guitarist. I think all 3 of those still influence me till this day.
That's awesome. So I got twin girls. They're 12 years old. Oh. And I always want to ask artists like yourself, what would you tell them, not just them, but the younger generation that wants to aspire to be like you, to be successful, to follow their passion, follow their dream? What would you tell them?
What would I tell them? Yeah. Okay, well, first one, be sure that that's what you want. You have to be solid with your mind and yourself before you take any path. So you definitely have to be solid. Again, establish that support. Support is very important. It really is, especially as a woman, like you just said, because you have girls. You double want them to have that solid grounding if anything were to happen, like life. But make sure that's what you want. Support, and do not give up. Like I said, nothing's easy, especially if you love it. It might kick your butt a little harder sometimes because you love it. But once you get there, it's going to be so rewarding. So, persistence, the determination, and support. That's going to be the slogan for this one. Support.
So, and I love that. No, thanks for that, Taurie. But let's get a little deeper into it, right? Mm-hmm. Because, me as a father, right, if they were going to choose to go into the line of business, I would be very hesitant too, because there are a lot of people.
It's fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of people, that would try to take advantage of women, right? Let's just be honest. Let's keep it real. So, have you encountered that, and how have you handled that?
Of course, I feel like every woman has, like you said, I know you have. Especially when you're pretty, it's kind of, even though we're all beautiful, but sometimes you be like, I tend to not pay attention to it. That type of attention can be distracting, especially if you focus and you have a goal that you're trying to reach. That can cloud everything. So personally, I have ignored it. I have heard some, inappropriate comments, some out of the world comments, but you know what? I'm like, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for even commenting and saying something about it, and I appreciate it. Of course, you got to be careful and be smart, you know, while you're trying to have a good comeback. Yeah. I've been careful. I've been caught in some weird ass places. Sorry, I've been caught in some weird places. But yeah, you gotta be smart, you know. That's all I can say. The world is crazy, but then the world is beautiful too. So just, yeah.
That's cool. Well, Taurie, we are excited to have you. Taurie's gonna perform a couple of her singles, her hits for us. And it's just been a pleasure to have you, Taurie.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We're gonna keep it going. We got Taurie coming up.
Testify. Oh baby, I testify, no stress. Waiting to happen before I walked into your life. Oh baby, I testify, no stress. But boy, you too fine to be tripping like this. I bezina, your heart no go cry no more. I bezina, sweet baby forevermore. Bezina, for you I'll go to war. I beg my love so pure. God and butter my bread. Your love is shaking my head. Oh, believe every word I say. God and butter my bread. Oh, I really hope that it's just fine. You can be mine, sunset loving, baby, go to one and dine. Is that okay with you, with you? Is that okay with you? I want you. Ajamgi, if you feel the love, let me hear you sing. Ajamgi, if you're so in love, let your music ring. Ajamgi, I'm so in love, now I gotta sing. I want you. Ajamgi means I want you. I want you. Because you know, really want you. You know I want you, babe. Been loving crazy all day. I love you, babe, oh yeah. Because you know, really want you. Because you know, really want you. Because you know, really want you. Go down, butter my bread. Your love is shaking my head, and I can't escape it. Believe every word I say. Your love is shaking my head. Oh.
Yes, thank you, Taurie. This is Keep It Going. Just want to thank the team. I want to thank Connell for killing it on the sax. I want to thank Taurie for coming to join us. Hope you guys keep it going. Check us out on the next episode. Thank you. Thank you.